All right, let's dive into something that feels, well, completely backwards, but is actually backed by some serious psychology. We're talking about the power of absence in attraction. It's this wild idea that sometimes less is genuinely so much more. So let me ask you something. When you're really, really into someone, what's your first move? Your gut instinct is probably to be around, right? To text back immediately, to make plans, basically to show them you're all in. Well, it turns out that whole playbook might not be telling you the full story. See, the most powerful way to build that magnetic pole isn't always about constant presence. Sometimes it's about a little bit of absence. And today we're gonna get into exactly why that is. Okay, so let's get into the science of it all. This isn't about playing mind games, not at all. It's about understanding a really basic part of how we're all wired. This is all about the psychology of scarcity and why we are just drawn to what feels a little bit out of reach. At its core, it's actually this simple. Think about it. Limited edition sneakers, the last slice of pizza. Our brains are hardwired to automatically think something is more valuable if there's less of it. It's a mental shortcut. And believe it or not, it applies to people just as much as it does to things. And yeah, there's a name for this whole thing, the scarcity principle. It's a legit cognitive bias that researchers have studied for years. So when someone's time and attention isn't just available 24/7, our brain goes, whoa, okay, this must be valuable. And this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It perfectly captures the human side of that science, the chase, the wondering, the anticipation. Those feelings are incredibly powerful. A lot of the time, the process of wanting something is way more intoxicating than actually having it. So this idea of scarcity doesn't just work on its own. It kicks off a bunch of other powerful psychological stuff. For starters, when something feels less available, we get this little kick of psychological reactance. We just want it more. Then you've got the sheer power of anticipation. Our brains love waiting for a reward. And maybe most importantly, when you're not there, it gives their imagination space to run wild, to fill in the blanks and, idealize you. All right, so enough with the theory. Let's talk about how this actually looks in the real world, in a situation we can all probably relate to. How does this whole scarcity thing work in the age of texting and dating apps? Okay, picture this, because we've all been here. You meet someone new, and the texts are flying back and forth nonstop. That's that initial spark. But then life happens. You get slammed at work, you have hobbies, you have friends. Your response time just naturally gets a little longer. And that's where the magic happens. Their brain notices the change. All of a sudden, your attention isn't a guarantee anymore, and they start to wonder, what are they up to? That little bit of curiosity creates a really powerful pull. Now, this is the most important part of this whole thing. This is not about playing games. It's not about purposely ignoring someone just to mess with their head. That's just manipulation. This is about being genuinely busy, having your own passions, and living a full life. Your unavailability should be real, a natural result of you having an awesome life that someone would want to be a part of. And that brings us to a really, really crucial point we have to talk about. There is a huge difference between creating healthy attraction and just playing toxic games. And honestly, knowing where that line is, that's everything. So let's break it down. On one side, you have healthy space. That comes from being a genuinely independent person. It builds respect, it builds excitement, and it makes the time you do spend together feel that much more special. But on the other side, you've got toxic games. They're all about creating anxiety and confusion, usually to control someone. And in the long run, that stuff just destroys trust. So it all just boils down to this one question you have to ask yourself. What's your intention here? Are you living a full, interesting life and inviting someone to join you in it? Or are you pulling away on purpose to make someone feel insecure so you can have the upper hand? The first one builds real attraction. The second one, that just builds resentment. Okay, so let's bring this all home. Because for all this time we spent talking about absence, we've actually been talking about something else entirely. The real goal here isn't just to be absent, it's to make your absence matter. And right here, this is the key. This is the big takeaway from all of this. You can be absent all you want, but if the time you spend with that person is dull or you're disengaged, your absence isn't gonna miss them. It's just gonna be a relief. The real secret to making someone miss you is being someone worth missing in the first place. And that's the question I want to leave you with. Instead of worrying about how long to wait before you text back, focus on this. What are you doing to become a more present, a more engaging, a more fascinating person? Because when you are fully absorbed in your own amazing life, trust me, your absence will take a care of itself.